What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you guys how I customize and install this wet and wavy wig. Before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications to be notified every single time I post. Now we're just gonna get straight into it. This wig is from Love Me Hair, and this is what the box looks like. I'm just gonna open it up and show you guys everything that's inside the box. I really like that they give you everything you need to customize and install this wig. So inside you will see a wig cap, an edge brush, a little bag of goodies that has a Love Me hair clip, some hairpins, an extra band to sew onto your wig in case if it's too loose, some tweezers, and a silk head wrap. Of course, the wig comes in this cute little bag. I got a wet and wavy high density glueless lace wig. This wig does come with a band attached to it already, so I love that. The lace on this wig is Swiss medium brown and the density is 180. The first thing that I realized is that this wig is really soft and the lace is super thin, although it is not HD lace, which I really love because that just makes the melting process a lot easier. The curls were definitely popping straight out of the bag, but now we're going to start with customizing this wig, and we're going to start with bleaching the knots. To bleach the knots, I'm going to be using this basic white bleaching powder and some 30 volume developer. I started out with 2 scoops of the powder and then I add in the 30 volume developer as I need it. I honestly made this batch a little bit too runny, so you just want to make sure that the batch is thick, almost like toothpaste, just so that the bleach does not run through the lace and get all over the hair. And here you can see I'm applying it with a butter knife, and honestly I should not have did this on my wig head because I ended up bleaching my wig head. So do not do this. If you do it like this, make sure you put a rag or something on your wig head first and then put the wig over it, because my wig head turned white, literally. So I'm just spreading this all over the wig, and as you guys can see, this wig is not a full lace wig. I've never seen a wig like this and I never had a wig like this, so I was kind of nervous about how I would be able to do baby hairs on it, but it worked out perfectly fine. You guys will see it later on in the video. I left this on for about 20 to 25 minutes, and then I used my purple shampoo to get rid of the brassiness, and then I used my VO8 shampoo and conditioner to just wash the hair. This is what the hair looks like after. It still looks a little bit orange, but it didn't really look like that in person. I'm not sure why it's showing up like that on camera. But now we're gonna get into plucking, and I'm not an expert at plucking, but I can give you guys what I know, I guess. So first I'm going to section off the front of the hair because we do not want to pluck that part. When plucking wigs, I highly recommend that you invest in a good pair of tweezers because you're going to have a hard time if you don't have a good pair of tweezers. But as you guys can see, I am plucking behind the hairline in the middle section because the front is where you want it to be kind of the thickest, I guess. On the sides is where I pluck on the hairline because there is just a little bit too much hair, and I'm trying to mimic my own hairline. When you're plucking, you want to make sure that you're moving back and forth and you're not staying in the same section for too long because you can create bald spots. I ended up creating like 2 little bald spots, but it didn't really matter because I did a side part anyway and you could not see it. But this is how the front is starting to look, a lot more natural, a lot more thin in the front. And I just repeated this process until I was satisfied with how the hair was looking. And now we're going to get into this install, and I already did my bald cap. If you guys want to see a bald cap tutorial, make sure you comment down below and I'll do one. But it's pretty simple to me. So now I am putting on this wig, and this wig instantly gave scalp. I was honestly really impressed with how good this lace looks. If you do decide to wear it glueless, it's gonna look amazing regardless because this lace is super thin. But now I'm just going to be cutting off the ear tabs before we glue this wig down. So I actually learned this technique from Young Africana on YouTube. She makes bomb hair videos, but basically she slits her wig into 3 parts before gluing it, and this made the process so much easier. Doing it this way really helps you to isolate each section, and I highly recommend that you place your glue down in sections. It's just going to make it a lot easier and you can focus on one thing instead of the whole hairline. For adhesive, I'm using the Ghost Bond Extra Moisture Control, and I'm going to spread this out very evenly and thin. You do not want too much glue, but you also want to put a good amount. You also want to make sure that each layer is completely clear before you apply the next one. This is going to prevent you from getting that like white cast. And I'm not taking the glue too down on my forehead either because I don't want to place glue where my wig is not going to lay. So now I'm just going to pull down that front section and press in the lace with my comb. As you guys can see, this lace is melting right into my skin. It looks so freaking good. I was so shocked. But anyways, I'm just going to repeat the same steps for the next two sides, and I'm going to speed this part up a little bit because I'm literally doing the same thing over and over, doing 3 layers on each section and then laying down the lace. So now that I have all my layers glued down, I am taking my razor and I'm going to cut off all of that extra lace, and I'm going in a zigzag motion. You definitely don't want your lace to be in a straight line because it's going to be very noticeable, and also you want to get as close to the hair as possible. After I've cut off all the lace, I'm going to go back in with my glue and just pull back my lace to see if there's any sections that need glue to be applied. And I did 3 layers again on each little section that still needed some glue. To melt in this lace even more, I'm going to be taking my freeze spray and just spraying this all around the hairline. I just feel like this gives extra security and it also melts the lace in even more. I heard using spritz also works, but I think spritz makes your hair crunchy. I'm not sure, but this definitely works. Now I'm sectioning off my baby hairs. Since I'm doing a side part, I only want baby hairs on one side because you're not going to see the other side anyway. So I just did 3 baby hairs. I only sectioned off 2 parts here, but you guys will see I'm going to do another one. Now I'm going to be using the edge wrap that they provided me with to lay down this lace and just let it do what it do, let it melt for about 20 to 30 minutes. I honestly went to go eat, so it was probably more than that. Now I'm going to be parting my hair into a side part, and it always takes me long to part my hair. I don't know why, but it's just not, it never works out the first time. So this is not even half of how long it took me to do this. But anyways, yeah, I'm just parting my hair into a side part and trying to perfect it. So now I'm going to be using my Edge Booster wax stick to mold down my hair, and I'm going to go over this with my hot comb. Make sure you guys also invest in a good hot comb because you definitely want your wigs to lay flat, and the Edge Booster just makes it lay even flatter. Now I'm going to start to work on my baby hairs, and I'm using a razor because scissors just give it too much of a sharp line. To lay my baby hairs, I use a mixture of mousse and freeze spray. I think that is the perfect combo. The mousse helps it to mold and the freeze spray helps it to stick down. And baby hairs are definitely your personal preference, so I can't really tell you guys how to do this. You guys know baby hairs are evolving by the day. And if you find that your baby hairs are looking a little bit too thick, you can definitely go on with your tweezers and just pluck some of it to make it look a little bit more natural. I'm not sure what happened to my camera between these two clips, but here I'm just finishing off my baby hairs, and then I'm going to spray my hair with some water and then come back to show you guys what the hair looks like dried and give you guys my final thoughts on this hair. So you guys, this is how the hair looks like completely dried. It's super big and fluffy. I absolutely love the texture of this hair and how soft it is. This hair is super duper soft. One thing I really like about it is that you can actually straighten this hair and these curls last forever. So I'm going to show you guys how it looks straight really fast. So I'm just going to take my comb and just straighten this piece of hair. By one pass, which is really good. And now if I wet it, the curl will come right back. So I'm just gonna wet this and just run my fingers through it. Here you go, the curls are definitely right back to what they were. And I'm just using my fingers to rake through the hair. Nothing too crazy. You can use a brush if you want, but I just find that my fingers will cause less shedding, which I have not gotten any shedding. So to make my curls pop and last a little bit longer, I'm going to be using this. This is the Aunt Jackie's Don't Shrink Flaxseed Elongating Curling Gel, and I used this when I had did a curly bob a while ago, and this just makes your curls pop and it does not make your hair like hard. Some gels could definitely like make your hair hard and give it this weird texture, but this does not do this. I recommend if you get curly hair, you try this out. This all throughout the hair, and you guys are gonna see these curls are going to start to pop. Okay. So overall, you guys, I absolutely love this hair. This is not even HD lace, and the lace looks so good. The hair is super full, so that's also a plus. And this is 18 inches, and it honestly looks a little bit more than 18 inches, maybe because it's curly, but I absolutely love how soft it is. We love that. I have gotten no shedding since I bleached it. None of that, like barely any shedding has came from this hair. And yeah, if you guys want this hair, everything will be listed down below, but you can also use my code DELUXE for 20% off your order. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Make sure you guys give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and you press that subscribe button if you like what you see in general, and I will see you guys